What's happening? What's happening, people? Hey, listen. Today, Wednesday, um, the 27th? December 27th. Today, I'm going to talk about men's health. I think that that's something that needs to be a continuum conversation. Um, First, I want to let everybody know that it's a fragrance. My fragrance that I'm wearing today is Eternal Oud. Okay. It's a perfume. This is how it looks. So when you get it, comes in a little glass cylinder. This is it. Okay. The notes on it are spice. Very clean. Very clean notes. Has a little bit of spice to it. And it's a oud. It's a oud. So what you're looking at is an opportunity to really, and what you got to do is hit your pressure points. You got a little pressure point right up under here, each one of your armpits, right up under here. Any place that you got where it's going to be a strong note on it. A heartbeat to it. Anything what you got that's going to have a heartbeat is something that you want to apply. Today I'm smoking. Someone had reached out to me and they was like, they are a Alec Bradley fan. They like the Gatekeeper. They like a lot of the stuff that they have. And I said, it's been such a long time since I've had an Alec Bradley. So what I got the Tempest. If you're familiar with the Tempest, this is it. And, what I'm going to do is sit back and enjoy. The smoke. On light, I'm using a soft flame. A lot of times, people don't use soft flames, but for me, it's the ambiance of the Zippos. I'm a big fan of Zippo lighters. I love Zippo lighters. I just think it's something about the facade of it with the old school. It reminds me a lot of my grandfather. Being able to have that, flip it out, you hear the sound, close it up, that type of deal. So I'm a big Zippo fan. What I'm going to say is this. I was reviewing a clip that came from Tyrese. And in the clip, he made several remarks into the expectations of a man. And being in a bad place, and identifying when you are in that bad place, and how the nurturing of a woman is supposed to be there to help you come out of it. Remember, we are support for one another. A man is support for a female, and a female is support for a man. The things that we fall short to, the nurturing, the softness, ability to just give a man a hug and let him know, hey, I'm here with you. That is a lot. And for a man, is if anything was to transpire, your man is there to protect and make sure that you are not going to be harmed in any way. Those are the necessary roles. Those are the obvious roles. But then there are some things that come across, and we have to identify those situations. If you're going through something and you are in a dark place and you're constantly under review of this and that, and it just seems like nothing is working out. You know, you try to remain loyal, you try to remain humble, you try to remain all of these different type of things. And it just seemed like something just keeps coming at you. Something keeps coming at you. You can't get it. It just can't get right, you know? And I think that we have to identify what that motion is. What is it that's allowing for us to continue to keep feeling this way? What is continuously going on for us to say, hey, why am I continuously going through this cycle? If you see that there is some things that are different as far as your approach to things, then you need to stay prayed up. You need to stay prayed up regardless, but you really need to place yourself in a position where you are identifying truly what source you need to rely on. Because if there's nobody on this earth that's going to sit back and kind of bring you out of anything, you know, sometimes God will speak through people and identify and say, hey, and you can be like, okay, hey, I heard you, God, I heard you. And you just have to be aware of that concept. But the problem is that we will continue to try to listen to ourselves, continue to do the wrong thing, expecting a different result. And I've talked about that time and time again. You know, it's just not going to be beneficial for you. You know, mentally, let's make sure that we're going through the right sources to get our information from. You know, if we sit over here talking to Pookie and Bam Bam, how much reliable information can they give us? Unless it's something about the streets, then yeah, they can give you all the information. But it's almost like, you know, when you have that jailhouse lawyer and the guy who's in there telling everybody, hey man, what you in here for? And he's trying to say this and say that. Oh man, they'll let you out on R&R. You know, for everybody that knows what that is, you know. But if you don't, what it means is let you off on your own recognizance. So basically, you are not in trouble. You haven't been in trouble, and they're going to give you a bond based on a signature bond for you to get out. You're just going to have to make sure you come back to court. That's what that means. And if you have skipped trial or you skipped court, didn't make it to court for whatever reason, they won't allow for you to have R&R. You're going to have to get a bond because you have proven that you cannot be trustworthy not to come back to court. Okay? But let's get mentally, men, this is for you. Men, let's get it together. Let's get our stuff together. Let's get it together. Let's work on what we need to work on. Let's get healthy. Let's go to the doctors. Please, let's go to the doctors. Get yourself checked up. Get yourself evaluated. Know what you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Protect yourself. If you're out here doing your do-si-do, wrap it up. Wrap it up. Put something on it. There's too many diseases out here. You know, take care of yourself. Please go get yourself checked out. Please go get yourself checked out. Get yourself looked at. It's not going to be a great experience, but I would rather catch something to the point where they can heal it, or they can take care of it, they can cure it, than waiting till it becomes something that's really bad. You know, anytime stage 3, stage 4, anything of the stages, it's an eye-opener. And you have to be aware of your body. Listen to your body. If you got an ailment that's lingering, if you got a cough that's lasting more than a week, go get it checked out. Please, go get it checked out. Make sure you take care of yourself. You know, you got grandchildren. If you're blessed to the point where you have grandchildren and you are actively in their life, or if you have young children, you want to make sure that you are there for them. You want to make sure that you're there along with that ride. You want to be able to go to their games, you know, go to the father-daughter dances, you know. And yes, we need more men to go be a part of their daughters' lives so we can cancel a lot of this other culture out here that it's not going to end up good. It's not. Guys are coming into their own where they are not dealing with a lot of stuff, because you got to understand, a lot of these guys were raised by females, and they have attached themselves to the one person who was in their household. So we'll all say sometimes females are emotional. And so when you see an emotional male, where do you think he gets that from? Especially if he has no male figure in his life. Now, don't get me wrong, because there's a lot of women out here that have raised really good men. You know, and there are some women that didn't have the father around, but there was some kind of male figure around them that allowed for them to be able to attach themselves to. And that's what it's about. That's what it's about. Man, it's been a minute since I've had this cigar. It's actually pretty good. You're going to get a little bit of woody oakiness to it. Barrely kind of taste to it. But it's a good medium to full. It's stronger, it's closer to the medium than it is anything else. But once again, I think that we have to be honest. There's a lot of social media right now that's talking about, you know, women thinking that they can raise a child by themselves. That's not a success story. It's not. It's not. And I don't care what anyone says. That's not how it should be. Just because you can't get along with the wife, or the wife can't, or the baby mother can't get along with the baby father, whatever your scenario is. Hey, listen, work it out. Work it out. Be civil. It's a word that I've truly come to enjoy, and I've learned to deal with, and it's called tact. Tact is when you don't just say the first thing that comes out of your mouth. You think about what you're saying, and you take another person's feelings into the equation. You take another person's emotions and you show empathy. You know, even if you are upset at a person, choose your words wisely, because those words coming out of your mouth could be taken in a very negative tone, and it can change the complexion of a conversation. A conversation can go from just having a talk to an argument. It can go to become very violent based upon what words you say and how you say it. So, people, use the word tact. Look it up. You know, be tactful in your conversation, which means that you don't have to be disrespectful when you got a point that you need to get across. You can still be respectful and still get your point across. If you're upset and you know that you got a wild mouth, hey, sit back, gather your words before you say anything. Gather your thoughts. How would you want somebody to talk to you? How would you want somebody to speak to you? How would you want if somebody was upset with you, how can they come to you and you be receptive to the point where as you are listening to what they just said and you understand it? And also, when you're being tactful, it allows for a person to listen and not respond to what they think they're listening to. I'm going to say that again. When you're being tactful, it allows for a person to listen to what it is that you're saying and not responding to what they think you're saying. So, let's be realistic. Let's become better people. Let's become better people. Let's become better parents. Let's become better fathers. Let's become better husbands. Let's become better wives, daughters, sons, and a whole. Right now we're losing when it comes to relationships. We're losing when it comes to morality. We're losing when it comes to just being able to walk down the street. You know, we're losing when it comes down to identifying the different cultures and the different races of people. We're losing those battles. Let's wake up, people. Let's wake up, because, hey, when that day comes, I guarantee you want to be able to say, I have lived a full life. It ain't cool leaving out of here at 25. It ain't cool leaving out of here at 45. It ain't cool leaving out of here at 55 and 60. It's cool when you've been able to see your children grow, your grandchildren grow, and possibly your great-grandchildren. And you have an influence in their life. And you've created a memory with them to the point where as they can say, you know what, I knew my grandfather. Instead of somebody telling them about their grandparent, they can say, hey, I knew what type of man he was, because we had conversations. Everything is not about partying. Everything is not about drinking. Everything is not about smoking. You know, let's have some more values of things that are a lot more important in our lives than those type things. Let's take care of our people, let's take care of our children, and let's take care of our loved ones. Smoke well, my friends. Enjoy. Comment. You know, subscribe, like. Make sure you like everything that's being said. Peace out.